All right, guys, you are most welcome here once again. We have a special guest. We have had her before on this channel, and being someone that is currently living in Ireland for a period of 3 years, she has a horizon of experience living and working in Ireland. So today she will be sharing with us, the requirements or how to find healthcare assistant job in the UK. You all know that UK, since the new government is like, they might be putting a stop to employing healthcare assistants from overseas, based on the information we got. We are not sure yet from the new government that just assumed leadership, because they are saying that the workforce here, it is saturated with low-skilled workers. So they are planning to stop that in time to come. Nobody is sure yet. So today, opportunities abound in the Republic of Ireland, and this is why I have Linda Michaels TV here today to talk to us about how you can find healthcare assistant jobs in Ireland. So permit me to welcome this our guest. You're most welcome here, Linda.
Thank you, Chi. Thanks for having me. Hi, guys. Thank you for tuning into this video.
Yes.
I'm Linda Michaels TV from Ireland, filming.
Yes. And do not forget, she's also a YouTuber with the name Linda Michaels TV. So check her out, subscribe to her channel, and leave your questions about Ireland, migrating to Ireland. She will definitely respond to all of them. Yes, and she's got videos, lots of videos on how to, settle down in Ireland too. So, Linda, today, let's hit the nail on the head.
Okay.
So, please, can you let us know how someone can migrate to Ireland via healthcare assistance job employment? Are there really opportunities for Africans to come into Ireland and work as healthcare assistants?
Yeah, there are a lot of opportunities for Africans to migrate to Ireland to work as healthcare assistants. But following the critical skill list that was released, that focused on the already employed, like those with years of experience in healthcare and social care and welfare, those in the level of managers and senior carers, according to the critical skills. Okay, now those can apply directly and they can be employed, getting a visa sponsorship job. But practically, as we are seeing in Ireland, I know companies that are still employing healthcare
Wait,
workers.
there is something you mentioned now that we would like to understand more. Are you saying that islands are not employing, or I mean, healthcare assistants from overseas, apart from senior healthcare assistants and nurses? Are they not employing just ordinary, should I just in quotes anyway, we are not ordinary, healthcare assistants? Are they not offering sponsorship to them?
Yeah, they're offering some sponsorship, but I want to quote according to the list that was released. They focus mainly on senior carers and healthcare managers, public health care managers on the list. But practically, I said, as we are seeing happening here in Ireland, I know of the companies, some of the companies that are hiring healthcare assistants from all over the world, or
That
those
are not
that are
senior managers.
not as senior managers or anything, just to come and work as a healthcare assistant with visa sponsorship. Practically,
Okay.
it's happening, yeah. And some of the nurses that couldn't reach the IELTS score, they can also be employed as healthcare assistants by those companies. So
Okay,
those are
these nurses who were not able to, hit the IELTS requirements, they can apply as senior healthcare assistants, I
yes,
suppose.
yes,
Okay,
because they have a certificate or degree to back it up.
all right. Do they require, I mean, ordinary healthcare assistants in course, do they require them to do IELTS exam before coming in?
Yeah, they would like to test their English level at least, but the score is not so high. From 5 or 5.5 or
Oh,
6 upwards, like from 5 or 5.5, they can employ one as a healthcare assistant. That shows that they have the basic average level of communication in
oh
their
yeah.
and they join their area of work.
Okay, so how about the nurses? I mean, the requirements to pass. I mean, I think that of UK is quite different from that of Ireland because in that of UK, I think they require them to have at least seven. The only one that requires them to have 6.5 is either in reading or something, but I
Yeah.
don't know how does this work in Ireland. Do they require them to have flat rate of seven in all the four
Okay,
aspects of
it's
the
just
IS?
similar. They need overall score of 7.0. But if you have higher, better for you. Then in three of the subjects, hearing, listening, writing, and reading,
Mhm.
in any
Okay,
three of them, you are expected to have seven. Then you are
seven.
expected to have 6.5 in any one of them at all. They don't have a
Okay.
specific one that they said if you have 6.5 on this, we can allow you in any of them at all. You are good to go. There's no specific subject that they said you must have this or you must have that. But they allowed you 7 in any tray and 6.5 in any one.
That's fine. The healthcare assistant job in Ireland, how many years visa do they get given?
Okay, as that critical skill, they're giving 1 year. They
Just a
always
year.
give 1 year visa. Ireland don't rush to give many years initially, but once you come in after your 1 year, it will be renewed for you.
Okay, it's extendable.
Yes.
And can you move with your family at the same time?
Yes, you come with your family.
Okay,
Yes,
that's fantastic. There
covered.
was something you also mentioned here. Yeah. You also mentioned that you know some of these companies that are hiring healthcare assistants in Ireland. Can you let us know some of these companies?
There are some companies like NUA Healthcare, NUA Healthcare. So
And
that company hires a lot, even from Africa and from Europe for those that want to migrate. They give visa sponsorship from Africa, and I know they have been hiring people currently now. So they are the main company, but there are other companies that can give you visa sponsorship, but you have to talk with them, discuss with them to reach the agreement of visa sponsorship. But they're
okay,
hiring, yeah. So I should mention, but a few access
okay.
nursing, access,
Assets.
yes, access nursing, and Excel Healthcare,
Okay.
and Ans Healthcare, and
Mhm.
Home Instead. All these companies are looking for workers from everywhere. Then some of them
Uh,
can
okay.
give visa sponsorship if you discuss and merit it. Depends on what you go through with them personally.
Okay. Are they basically looking or employing workers in healthcare sectors, or do they, employ workers in other sectors?
Okay, these ones I mentioned as just for healthcare assistance in healthcare
Okay,
sector
and the nurses.
and nurses.
Yes.
They
I
employ nurses too, yeah. But
okay.
easy for them to get healthcare assistance that can later graduate to nurses later on.
In this very country, a lot of people, especially foreigners who came in here through the healthcare assistant visa route, I've seen a couple of people who have attested that having moved in here with the healthcare assistant visa, which is supposed to be 5 years contract they signed, but on getting here, that they were able to switch their job to a different field. They changed employer to a different work after about 6 months they got a different job in, like someone said, pharmacy assistant. Is that done? Is that obtainable in Ireland?
Okay, it depends on the employer and the employee in question, because most times before they give you the visa sponsorship, there's a contract to sign, and some of
Yes.
them here in Ireland I know is 2 years. It's not up to 5 years. The ones I know, the contracts that are being signed to work for them for 2 years, and they will also tell you if you couldn't work for us for 2 years and you decide to leave, that see the amount you're gonna pay. Okay, so
Hmm.
when they tell them the amounts and they feel like, okay, maybe that some people have higher professions and they come into Ireland or the UK with healthcare assistance. So when they decide to leave the healthcare job to their profession,
Okay,
they
just
may
like
pay,
nurses,
yeah, they may
just like
pay
a
that fee.
nurse who came in through healthcare assistant job visa,
Exactly.
might
Yeah.
decide to move on
Yeah.
afterwards.
Yeah, because in the process they may get the IS and decide to just move
Yeah.
on to their profession. So you have to pay off the employer what you signed. If they said you may pay 4,000 or 3,000, you can save up money and pay. You've settled the agreement, then you can move on to your profession. But if you didn't pay and just move away and start doing what you want, I don't know if they sue you. I don't know what might happen, but I know if they
Yeah.
truly and honestly pay off, it can work. They can switch if they don't want to
Oh,
complete the years. Yeah. That's
okay.
the way they
Okay.
can.
I like the fact that there should be an agreement for
Yeah.
one to be paying certain amount of
Yes.
money,
Because they spent a lot of money to sponsor you. That's what visa
Yeah.
sponsorship means. So
I
that
learned in the
money,
UK they spend
yeah,
about £14,000 to bring
yeah.
people from any
Okay.
country at all. I mean, for COS, that
Yeah.
certificate of sponsorship, that it
Yeah.
costs them a lot of
A
money.
lot. So working for
Mm.
them for some years, they will cover the money. But if you didn't work for them for those years, they will tell you the amount to repay. Once you are able to pay, you can be free from them and
So
find
basically,
another one.
it's not as if the person is running away from the job. It's as if the person is, moving on from
Upgrading.
level A to level B,
Exactly. To upgrade.
switching.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. That means we shouldn't misunderstand them switching
Yeah.
from their first
It
employment to
depends
another
on
one.
individual because some people may think they can do things anyhow. I don't think a reasonable person can just run away because it will hook you. Your employer will report
And
you.
2 years for Ireland, 2 years of contract is not
It's
bad.
not a
2 years,
lot.
time
Yeah.
flies. I think it's
Before you know
better.
it, you are done.
I would
Yeah.
honestly advise the person finishes the
To
2 years.
wait.
Within that space of 2 years, if you have passed your IELTS, if you are a nurse and you came in as a senior healthcare assistant,
Great.
isn't it? Yes, before 2 years, you should be able to. If not, you can renew your contract and move on to the next level.
Yeah, that is it. So they can do that and peacefully, their employer will give them reference because here in Ireland, reference is so important. Once you want to switch job, your former employer must write something.
Oh, yes, so you have to.
Difficult for you to get a good reference. So if you coolly do the agreement or you pay or anything, they'll give you good reference to move ahead in whatever you're
I
doing.
can understand. This is why it is necessary you make sure that you have a good book with your present employer
Yeah, it's
if
so
you
necessary,
must move
so
to the next
important.
job in the
And yeah,
Western
you
world.
can't cheat anyone. There is record for everything you do. Your
Yes, I
record is
remember leaving my job when I resigned in July. My manager was the one telling me to bring in my references, that she even wrote me, she's willing to sign
fine.
references for me, knowing that she offended me.
Okay. That's grateful
And
for
she's been
that.
doing that. She's been referencing me in
Yeah.
all my job applications. And
Okay.
she
I
said,
love
keep in
it.
touch with me, Chi.
Reference
Whatever
means
need
a
you
lot.
have, let me
Yeah.
know. I felt sorry for her, but then I couldn't just stand it.
Problem.
Anyway,
We
guys, you
keep
have heard it
moving.
from the
We move
horse's
ahead.
mouth. Yes. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Linda, for having you
All
here
right,
on my
sis.
channel. Yeah.
Thank you, Chi, for having
Yeah.
me. I'm glad to be here. Thanks to your subscribers. I see your channel is doing well.
Thank
Congrats,
you so,
guys.
so much. All right, please visit her, subscribe to her channel, and keep supporting every one of us
All
to grow here.
right.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for tuning
Yeah.
in. Bye.
Bye.